If you've been watching my channel for some time, you might have noticed that I've been posting more and more PlayStation related content, and it's no secret that I'm a huge fan of PlayStation. I mean, even my shirt and my hat, even my water bottle, my PlayStation coasters, my PlayStation mouse pad. Um, I've been gaming on PlayStation since the very first one back in the 90s, back when also it was mind blowing to have a screen attached to your PS1. That was like completely mind blowing for me at the time. And as a fan of PlayStation, I have to call them out when something doesn't seem right. And I mean, let's be honest here. Foam Stars, Concord is failing without even being released officially for all consumers. So, if you've been living under a rock these past couple of days, then you might have missed that Sony or PlayStation or whoever recently did a major price cut on the PSVR 2, lowering the cost down to about $200 off, and it's almost 50% off if you think about it. If they added like another $100, it pretty much would have been 50% off on the PSVR 2. And some might think that maybe PlayStation is in trouble, that they are failing to keep the PSVR 2 afloat, which honestly has been kind of true. They've been struggling with the PSVR 2, but I had this thought of either A, it's a plan of theirs to try to boost their sales, or B, cutting the price was due to the poor sales and they had no choice but to cut the price. But maybe this is going to lead to some major success in the near future for the PSVR 2. I'm sure that a lot of people like me always wanted a PSVR 2, but the price was just too high to justify. This can kind of be proven due to the fact that after the price cut, the PSVR 2 received a major boost in sales. We're talking over 2,000%, roughly 2,385% when I last checked. And I mean, the price cut worked even for me because I went out and bought one. I got a PSVR 2. Me and my girlfriend thought that it would be fun to have one, and because it was cut down by $200, we said, why not? I did mine through Affirm, so I am paying this for monthly for about 6 months to pay it off, which is not too bad, honestly. Granted, Walmart did give me a busted ass box, but it was the only one close by to me, about 20-minute drive to get one on the day of I ordered it rather than waiting for a delivery. I do want to share some first initial thoughts, I guess, first impressions of the PSVR 2 headset, because the last time I used a VR headset was back when Google had their Daydream headset, when I had a Pixel 2 back in the day, and that headset made me very nauseous, very dizzy. I never threw up from using it, but I was always very nauseous and dizzy. Almost never got to use it as much as I wanted to. But with the PSVR 2 headset, I still see a tiny bit of some motion sickness, but not very extreme like the Google headset. I don't have to quit gaming because of the motion sickness of the PSVR 2. It's very minimum, not really, a big deal. But the controller, however, does kind of irritate the numbness in my right hand. I am being treated for some kind of nerve damage thing in my right hand. And the PSVR 2 Sense controller does irritate it after longer play sessions, so that does limit my time to game with the VR headset. But aside from that, the initial setup, while it wasn't super fast, it was also really fun to do, so I didn't mind the time it took to set up the headset. And of course I had to charge the controllers before finishing the setup, so that was a bit annoying. But aside from all that, I gotta say that I am having a good time so far with the headset. I did play a couple of games. I tried Resident Evil Village, which I actually went out and bought I bought the digital version of the gold because it had all the DLC and it was cheaper than buying gold in stores. So I got Village. I played a demo of a game called Drums Rock, which I think I am going to purchase that game because their deluxe edition is on sale for $15, and I had a lot of fun with that demo. And I have other games I want to try, but first impressions, yeah, it was pretty cool to use the headset. I'm having some fun with it, and I am planning to do Gran Turismo as well because I do have Gran Turismo 7, and that's like the main reason why I bought the headset was Gran Turismo. Now, hear me out. I don't know if cutting the price for Sony is either going to lose money, or they're going to break even, or make a smaller profit than what they initially planned. We don't know how much it really costs to manufacture the products and how much of a profit they were making from the full price sales. But I want to say that the sales numbers here could possibly convince Sony and PlayStation to put less money into these stupid live service games and more into the future of the PSVR 2. Now, the reason why I say that is because we had some amazing experiences that were given to us for free, like if you already had Resident Evil 4 or Village, you got the free VR mode update. No Man's Sky, I believe, added a free VR mode, which I am possibly going to try No Man's Sky again, give it a second shot now that I have the VR headset. But what I want to go into more so as well is that one of the first PSVR 2 games, if not the first PSVR 2 game, was Horizon Call the Mountain. And so stick with me here. What if we see more VR experiences from these other major PlayStation titles? Maybe Uncharted can do something similar to Call of the Mountain with the rock climbing or something different. Maybe we get some VR experiences from Ratchet and Clank, maybe doing something similar to No Man's Sky, but in the Ratchet and Clank universe. Maybe we get a God of War VR experience, Ghost of Tsushima, some kind of samurai sword fight VR thing. Spider-Man could do something really cool, whether it's an open world VR web swinging, which might make you sick and throw up, but maybe something cool. Wolverine, maybe having a VR Wolverine experience with using your controllers for the claws and fighting enemies or something like that. The list can go on and on. A guy can dream, and I am dreaming big, but I would like to see this happen with this headset, with these PlayStation IPs, because these sales are huge numbers that could push PlayStation into getting these games to come out for the future. I mean, Helldivers could be cool for VR. There is already a first-person aiming mode, so VR Helldivers could be pretty cool. If you don't remember from the previous gen PlayStation VR, Skyrim had a VR mode and Doom had a VR mode. I know the Skyrim one was not that great in VR, but Doom was apparently really good in VR. There is also another Doom releasing, which I believe is also coming to PlayStation. So that'd be really cool to see Doom in VR again. For those who love Doom, I'm not a big Doom guy, so at least for you guys who love Doom, that'd be awesome. Maybe the sales here could also push to bring in the Iron Man VR game from the last gen over to the current gen. Maybe it'll bring Half-Life Alyx from Steam over to PlayStation VR 2. The list goes on and on, as I said before. So with all that being said, I think the price cut was smart on PlayStation's decision, whether they chose to do it or they had no choice but to do it, because as I said, those sales numbers got higher and higher, and it's probably still going to get higher even more so, especially when you look towards Black Friday and the holidays. Will it get another sale? Will it go down by another $50 or so? Will it come with a bundle with another game included? That'll be really great on their part, and hopefully we do see more and more games releasing for the PSVR 2 that people would love to play. Something scary, more horror games, more shooting games. I know there's Pavlov and Crossfire, Sierra Squad, more music rhythm games, etc., etc. But Sony, I feel, made a huge mistake when they priced the PSVR 2 at over $550, more than the PS5 itself. And I feel that these sales numbers could be the beginning of a much more fun and exciting future for the PSVR 2. Please give me a VR Wolverine and a VR Spider-Man experience. That'll be really fun and awesome. But that is my video for today. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about the PSVR 2. Did you buy one because of the sales cut? Are you waiting for another price drop? Or do you not care for VR at all? Let me know, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.